The easiest way to get to Canvas is to go to umpqua.edu and select the UCC online link. When you do that, you can then select your Canvas login. Note that there is your contact information down here if you ever need any help with Canvas. Once you have put in your UCC student ID number and your Canvas password, then you can select your course. I've already done that, but you would go to course groups and select whichever course that you want to work in. Once you have opened up this page, you should note the inbox area. If there are any numbers over here, that means your instructor or perhaps a fellow student has sent you an email that needs to be read immediately. Also, you can notice your setting area over here. Once you select this gray menu will change. There's a really important piece of information here that you need to know. Under your settings, you can change which email address you want your information to go to. You can also add your phone number. So if you would like to have a text when your assignments are coming due, or just to figure out what's going to be happening in the next week for any of your Canvas courses, adding your phone number here can help you a great deal. You can also select the edit here in order to change all this information. That's where I went in order to upload my photo and put in my names and information here. So let's say you have decided that you want to add a phone number. This notification area then needs to be set. So you need to tell Canvas how often you would like to get those notifications and which things that you would like to get notifications about. For instance, you have an assignment due date that is being changed. You probably want to know about that ASAP. If grading policies, there's a change there, again, you might want to know about that immediately. If something in the course is a change, you probably don't need to know that quite as often because usually your instructor is only going to change course content in some of the weeks that are far ahead of where you are working right now. So you can select never there or perhaps daily or even weekly. Alright, so you can see all the different things that you can select information about. Other than due date information, grading is probably the most important. You do need to check this score here if you would like your message to tell you what grade that you actually got. Again, if you don't want to know about it ASAP, you can change that over here, although most students do check the ASAP there. Alright, so now let's go back to our course, and I want to remind you of a few things in the course left gray menu. Canvas can be set up in many ways. We will be using modules. So when you enter Canvas each week and you select your course to open it, please go immediately to the modules. When you go there, you will see that there are a couple file sets before you get to the week one. This first one is the reference module you will use it all term. Technical report writing is a class that teaches collaborative, criteria-based problem solving to help you to look at problems, difficulties, challenges at work in your career and find out ways to solve them so that both your status can increase and your company's. We will be learning how to write a report all term called a recommendation report. It would be difficult for you as you go through the weeks when you're doing sections of the report to figure out by the time you get to the end and the report is due where that information had been located. So when it comes time to putting your whole report together, rather than making you flip through all these previous modules to find the information, that information is also here in one place. You'll notice that there are two files here. The first is the complete instructions for how to write the IMRD recommendation report, the term project that most of us will be working on. By the way, IMRD is just an acronym that names the different sections of the report. There's an introduction, and materials and methods, and results of research, and a discussion of recommendation. And you will learn how to do each of those report sections separately, and you will be turning in separately before you get to the end of the term when you compile the whole report together. You will also do an executive summary. Some teachers like to call that an abstract that will go before the introduction. And those last two sections, by the way, will not be turned in until you get the whole report in, but you'll figure that out as we go farther along into the course. There is another option here. Instead of doing the recommendation report, you can learn the same type of skills by doing a case study report if you're nursing, pre-nursing, or pre-med student. Check with your instructor to make sure that that is okay. I've also included in this reference module some sample complete reports as well as some information on citation format. If you are a student who is going into any of the sciences, you really should be using APA. You can continue with the MLA if your teacher allows you to do that. Before your week 1 folder, you'll also see this unit, the Begin Here You Must Read This File. It gives you information on the technical requirements that you need for this course, some of the communication requirements, and some important information about when your homework is due and how your grade will be earned. All right, so once you have kind of seen what options are here for you, and once you have actually read this file, then you're ready to start week 1. And you simply click on this link, and by clicking on that, a page will open with the assignments for the week and what you are to do. Good luck!